Good morning, sisters and brothers. I'm Mark Espinosa, your president, Local 919, coming to you today, Friday, March 30th, with not so good news. I want to give you not only an update of what these past week's negotiations have accomplished or not accomplished, but I also want to talk about the impending action. First of all, understand that all the five locals, are miles apart relative to the health and welfare plan designs. If you're not interested in health and welfare or don't think it applies to you, there are plenty of other things that we are miles apart on that will impact you as well. But for the full-timers, particularly on healthcare, I certainly don't feel that the company has any business asking you to absorb the kind of increases that they're looking to achieve, not only on the weekly contributions that you are required to pay, but also on overall plan design with things such as higher deductibles and higher out-of-pocket maximums and higher prescription costs. It just isn't right. We have a fight on our hands, sisters and brothers. This is not a drill. I know that there are a lot of folks saying we should have striked, we should have gone this, we should have done that. We have been negotiating. There are methods involved in these negotiations. It is very easy to sit on the sidelines and say we should have done this, we should have done that. You must and need to trust your leadership. You have to understand that there are processes involved that sometimes are very time consuming, that your company will take time to respond to us on. And sometimes we can sit there for hours waiting for a response on even just one item. I want to call your attention to some of the items that are still outstanding. For instance, all full-timers hired on or after April 17th, 2016. The company is not inclined to remove their proposals that have been there from the beginning, that those full-timers are going to receive a bonus every year of the contract. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And as far as the full-time wages that they've proposed for people hired prior to 016, they are subpar. Because by the time you end up paying for their desired healthcare increases, your wages will basically increase, will be not much over zero. That is not fair. That is not right. This is a company that can more than afford to reward you for the hard work, good work that you have done for them over these years. I am disgusted. I am disappointed. I cannot believe the attitude over these past 3 months that we have seen demonstrated against you, not me, you. I have never seen this type of an attitude taken by an employer such as Stop and Shop in the 33 years that I've been doing this type of work. So, the other points of the issues, pension. While there may be some increases that they've agreed for Local 919 on funding for part-timers that will indeed increase the contribution levels on a yearly basis, what you have to keep in mind is what they are looking to achieve down the road. They want to reduce future accrual rates on new people coming into the plan that virtually will be not a pension plan, because what they are achieving or trying to achieve is to reduce not only full-time but part-time future accrual rates to the excesses of 50 to 70% less. This is unacceptable. We as a body, we as a union cannot accept that. 3, 6, 9 years from now, these standards will be whittled down. The existing full-timers that are out there that probably will be retiring in some time by that time, we will be left with a virtually nothing pension plan. The other issue that is outstanding is, for instance, on full and part-time future holidays, personal holidays. The company has the vision that a part-timer should have no personal holiday time, a new part-timer. The company has a vision that a new full-timer should be entitled to only 6 legal holidays and 2 personal holidays. That is a drastic reduction from the current standard that these contracts have always supplied. Why? Why do they need this? They don't. They want this. There is no need economically for them to put down these drastic reductions on these proposals, other than to continue to gild the lily, to continue increasing their profits. Huge profits. God bless the company and the shareholders for enjoying the profits that you helped them earn. But you should not have to pay the penalty. You should not have to pay for the cost of them refurbishing 21 stores in the Hartford County at the tune of $70 million. And I don't even want to talk about the idiot Martys out there. That's ridiculous. I'm not even talking about the expenses with Marty. But here's the other thing that they want you to help pay for. They have a proposal tied into this contract, which they have no business putting into the bargaining table, on a buyout. They want to get rid of 400 full-time employees throughout New England. And they want you to pay for that buyout. Now, I know that a lot of full-timers who have been around a long time would say, hey, Mark, I like that idea. Yes, I'm sure that a buyout would look good to you if the standards were right. But what that buyout does is help them pay for the watered-down contract that they want going forward. So you have to think about the fact that they're holding us hostage on this negotiation by tying in a buyout when they have every right to institute a buyout at any time during the contract, which they did last time. That's an issue. Let me just talk to you about the strategy involved of a strike, a protest, a job action. It looks imminent, brothers and sisters. It looks imminent. I'm very sorry to tell you that I do not think your company is serious enough at this bargaining table, and they do want to test our strength, our resolve, and our unity. It's not going to happen today. It can't. We need you to keep working at least until April, because we want your health benefits to be continued through the rest of the month of April. That's one of the issues. So when people say, why, how come you didn't do, there are strategies involved. We have the International Union helping us, guiding us. We have other 4 local unions on top of 919 that we have to talk to in unity. There are meetings taking place even when we're not meeting with the company. A strike can happen. A strike probably will happen. I don't know that the company is going to listen to us. And guess what, brothers and sisters? We're going to have to fight this or lose this on the street. And if we don't win it within the first few days, it's going to be a very dangerous situation. And we need to keep the members strong, and those that don't want to go out and those that don't want to support your action need to be made understood that they are acting disgracefully. They need to take action along with you, and you need to tell the fellow workers that we stand together, because if we don't, we will divide and we will die. It is simple as that. Your company doesn't really care about maintaining a union standard contract. Their goals are very clear. They do not really care how good the contract looks. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, I'm very sure that this is going to happen. Unless there's a miracle that the company comes to us next week, because last night they gave this that said final. Doesn't mean final and last. It just said final. Now, perhaps they will be willing to talk to us because we engaged the federal mediation services. We've asked the federal mediators to come next week to see if they can make the company see common sense. Lastly, I want to tell you, I skipped over on the wages. Relative to the wages that we've proposed, quite honestly, we haven't been given a chance to propose our wages. We have a compression issue with ever-rising minimum wages throughout the 3 states that we have to address. And what they've sent to us so far Basically, the wages that they're proposing on part-timers particularly will get eaten by the increasing minimum wages that are coming, definitely to Massachusetts, definitely to Rhode Island, and probably sometime next year to Connecticut. We have to be cognizant of that as well, that whatever they're offering to us on a part-time level can be gone by virtue of the minimum wage raises. That's not fair. They have to pay the money on minimum wage, yes, but they also have to take care of you who are not benefiting from the minimum wage increases. That's another dilemma we face at the bargaining table. So brothers and sisters, stay tuned. I'll come to you as soon as I can. Please stay together. Do not divide. Talking on Facebook and criticizing does nothing to help our cause. Your employer is watching. Your employer is gauging your comments to see how strong we are. So you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and reading those Facebook comments, take the time to correct your members, your co-workers, because all those dissenters are doing is hurting, destroying our cause, our chances to improve whatever we can do at the bargaining table. I'll be in touch with you. God bless you all. Thank you for being with us, and we will be working for you as always on your behalf.